The heat was a constant punch to the face of Ares 6 expedition. The desert planet of Kepler 186f, nicknamed Erebus for its thin atmosphere and relentlessly arid landscape, stretched in endless dunes under a red sky. Our research bunker, a prefabricated structure nestled at the base of an isolated mountain, felt like an insignificant toy in the desolated vastness. I was Dr. Evelyn Reed, a space archaeologist and leader of the expedition. Our official mission: to catalog unusual geological formations. Our true obsession: the anomaly detected by satellite, a vast, buried geometric structure beneath the shifting sands. We were a crew of 7 specialists from various fields, united by the promise of an unprecedented discovery. But Erebus did not yield its secrets easily. Blinding sandstorms and constant equipment failures had left us tense and isolated. Suspense was as palpable as the scorching heat. Dr. Kenji Tanaka, our geophysicist, was the first to confirm what we suspected. Dr. Reed, the resonance readings are unmistakable. There's a massive pyramidal structure beneath the surface, kilometers in size. And it's hollow. After weeks of excavation with our heavy drilling robots, we finally broke through the last layer of compacted sand. Below, a colossal pyramid emerged, made of a black, vitreous material that seemed to absorb all light. Its apex was lost in the subterranean darkness, while its base stretched beyond the reach of our floodlights. It was an ancient alien city, buried beneath the sands of time. The silence was oppressive, a vacuum of sound that amplified the beating of our hearts. As we entered the pyramid's chambers in our armored vehicles, the sense of mystery intensified. The walls were adorned with intricate alien hieroglyphs, geometric patterns that seemed to vibrate on our retinas, whispering ineffable secrets. Dr. Lena Petrova, our biologist, yes, another Lena, the universe has its quirks, began to exhibit strange behavior. She mumbled the hieroglyphs, her voice taking on a guttural, unknown tone. She claimed to feel the presence of something ancient and dormant in the pyramid's depths. Cosmic horror was beginning to manifest. Then, the disappearances began. First Officer Ben Carter vanished while exploring a side chamber. His communicator went silent, without any sign of struggle or a call for help. The thriller intensified, turning our expedition into a desperate hunt. Our communication systems with the bunker started to fail. Static and bizarre noises filled the channels, punctuated by fragments of sounds that did not belong to this world, metallic clicks, deep groans, and a constant whisper that seemed to seep into our minds. Space horror echoed in the pyramid's depths. We discovered that the pyramid's chambers were interconnected by labyrinthine tunnels that seemed to shift their configuration. The architecture defied logic, with corridors that curved at impossible angles and spaces that seemed to extend beyond their physical dimensions. The fractured reality within the pyramid disoriented us at every turn. As we delved deeper, we found evidence of its ancient inhabitants. Elongated skeletons with disproportionate skulls lay in stone sarcophagi, their faces turned towards an unseen point above. And in each sarcophagus, a single eye made of black obsidian seemed to watch us, even in the darkness. The Devouring Gaze. Dr. Jian Li, now paranoid and on the verge of collapse, began to speak of an entity imprisoned at the heart of the pyramid, a being of unimaginable power whose gaze could consume souls. He believed the hieroglyphs were not a language, but an incantation of containment. Our expedition had inadvertently begun to weaken that seal. Dr. Petrova, increasingly possessed by the pyramid's influence, guided us to the central chamber. In the center stood a black obsidian obelisk, its surface covered in the same hieroglyphs. Above, at the pyramid's apex, an opening gave way to a starry void. Despite us being kilometers beneath the surface, it was then that it manifested. Not physically, but as an overwhelming presence in our minds. A gaze, vast and omniscient, filled with an indescribable cosmic hunger. It was the horror. The imprisoned being, whose power leaked through the pyramid's walls, consuming our sanity and drawing us into its void. Lieutenant Marco Silva, our security specialist, tried to use our energy weapons, but they simply ricocheted off the pyramid's walls. Our defenses were useless against a threat from another dimension. Only Lena, now completely under the entity's influence, Kenji, and I remained. We knew our only chance was to try and reactivate our surface vehicle and escape back to the desolated bunker, our last hope of isolation. But the gaze watched us, and the pyramid seemed unwilling to let us leave. The alien life we had found was an ancient, patient, and terrifyingly powerful force. Our exploration had turned into a desperate fight for survival against the cosmic emptiness that awaited us.